of the hosts and guests, and not necessarily those of the staff or management of alltalkradio.net.
You gotta kiss the love of bronze before you find a prince. I'm not that easily convinced. Oh no. You gotta kiss the love of bronze before you find the one who has your love. One that has that soul. Kiss the love, kiss the love, kiss the love, kiss the love. You gotta kiss the love of bronze before you find the one who has your love.
You're looking for the knight in shining armor, the one that you adore with someone who will love you. You go with your dreams to face reality, because love comes in many mysteries. You're looking for love in wrong places. Every love you find, you can't seem to embrace it. You need to take your time and learn about your partner. You're taking the leap, but then he hurts you. Now's the time to make a change. Adoring his looks, but you really need to conversate. Talk about your dislikes, about what you like, and about what he likes. That's right. You gotta expect a lot of kisses. You never really know that you could be his next princess. Yeah, take your time.
Welcome to I Hate Him, But I Date Him with Lauren Jenifer Gates.
And
who?
this guy.
We got Mikey.
This guy right here. Welcome to our show today. We are going to talk about some very clean subjects today because my mom's over here in the studio. Just kidding. So let's see. First I want to say thank you, fans, for watching. For listening. And if you want to watch, you can click on Ustream. We're at alltalkradio.net. Alltalkradio.net.
And they can't miss it now. It's really huge on the front page.
Is it? All right. Oh, really? That's
I got
awesome.
an enlargement.
Well, tell us about that. What do you mean? You didn't tell me about this.
I enlarged it.
Very
It's
nice.
4 times the size it used to be.
Can they really enlarge? Speaking of which, we're not
Penis.
gonna say the-
A penis.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that today.
Penis.
Yeah?
Penis is
Okay.
clean.
Penis?
That's what they use in all that medical jargon.
We should talk about all the different names. I go right to the bad stuff.
Can you, can you?
Like Johnson,
Is there like an
cockadoodle-doo.
Is there an actual procedure where you can enlarge a penis?
I want
Yes, actually there is.
Really?
Yeah.
George knows
What are they like?
7.4.
I'm 7.4. I was once 3.2.
What do they put in there?
They put silicone and
Well, they actually did.
cotton balls.
The only problem is you got to point which finger you don't really want any longer.
Oh goodness.
All right. So anyway, here we go. Now you can actually put the show on and see the clean version, right? Alltalkradio.net. Lauren Jenifer Gates, Mikey Williams, and we are here today to talk about. Well, first I want to say. Okay, so if you want to watch, click on Ustream, and also please vote for our show on usiawards.com. No, November 9th it said.
It did?
Yeah.
You changed the date?
Yeah, one said October 31st, and the other page said November 9th, so I'm going with the November
Keep
9th.
voting.
You know how I am. I'm an optimist, okay? I'm a big optimist.
Optimus Prime?
Yes.
And you can vote more than once. Just keep using different names.
Yeah, and different addresses and different emails, and do your grandmothers and your grandfathers and your friends and your neighbors, and make up some. usiawards.com. I hate them, but I date them. Okay, so today I just want to say, Mikey's back again. We're back after 2 weeks because we had our Halloween special a week early so we could be with our children for Halloween.
How was your Halloween?
Oh my God, incredible. How was yours?
Really good. What was your daughter?
She was, my daughter wanted to be first she said she's going to be a veterinarian, then she said a fairy, then she was a princess, and then she was a gymnast. So she was two
So she's like
things.
most women didn't know what the hell she wanted to do.
Exactly. Oh my God, I'm in trouble. And I was a princess too. I went to her school and helped out and stuff, and it was so cute. All the little girls were like, "A princess!" I was like, if you only knew, kid. So what I just found out, I'm not saying this is a good or bad thing, but we talk about relationships on the show, and we talked about Mikey and how he was with his high school sweetheart, I guess, and then what? I'm just curious. Can I just ask you?
Yeah.
So what happened with your girlfriend?
We broke up.
George is like, it's not funny, George.
We broke up.
Sad. Yeah. What happened? Because the only reason I'm asking, not to put you in the spot, but so we can talk about it, because it's relationships.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It was just a lot of he said, she said stuff. So.
Who's the he said?
I'm guessing it's
The guy she was dating.
Yeah. I'm hoping.
No, but like in the car, I said to him, I said, Mike, talk to me like you're talking in the car. More detail.
More detail.
Just a little more detail, because you want people to learn from your experience.
Well, there was just problems that have to go along with, having children and dating with children, as we talked about before.
Like what? Like what's an example?
Just how you don't really have any time for anything else.
That wasn't the problem, was it? The time?
Well, it was a lot of that, yeah.
Was
Because I can't dedicate time to someone when I don't have time at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's 0% of 0?
Well, let me think about
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Like, if I don't have any free time to go
Be more
out, then...
specific to help, because we talked about dating with children,
Right.
And you told me an example. Are you allowed to say that example? Because it's a good example. The Halloween thing.
Well,
But just to help other people to understand what the issue was and how to maybe work around it.
okay. I'll say it like this. If you are dating somebody and you don't have kids and they do have kids, you can't get upset when you're spending time with family.
Okay.
That's all. It's basically the gist of what happened.
Right.
Wait a minute. You're trying to tell me, but it was the opposite. You were the one spending time with your family, and it was the woman that wasn't?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
he was upset because
That's what I'm saying.
But here's the thing: even though I have my issues with the women controlling the men over what they can and can't do on the job, I've joked about that.
Yes, I know.
But
My butt still remembers.
exactly. But I want to say, no pun intended. I wanted to say this. I did feel for her because we talked about it, and I said, let's talk about this because this is a great thing to talk about on the show. I do feel for her because I always say this to people: if you don't like something, or if somebody doesn't like something you're doing and you can't understand, always put yourself in their position. So if she was the one who had a boyfriend, a baby daddy, okay, a baby daddy, because you got the baby mama drama, baby daddy. And you were the one that you didn't, and you were dating her, and she had a baby, and she was hanging out with the father and the baby for Halloween. How would you feel kind of being left out?
Well,
I would think you could have split
there's no
it up.
left out.
But
There's no.
Well, plus two, it depends on how long they've been dating. It hasn't been that long.
No.
If she's that ass hurt that quick, then she's got issues.
Oh, that word.
Exactly.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, I don't know. I mean, she wants to be with you. You want to be with. Couldn't you have done this? Couldn't you have went trick-or-treating with your ex, with the baby, and then with her?
No, because I didn't get done until about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Couldn't you have made a schedule for both?
No.
Oh, so he wasn't that into
Once you
her.
start
He's
bending
just
your
not that
rules,
into you.
they will keep you bending them.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
it's about, all right.
No, but
that's
see, like you said, how you're putting yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
Can't do what?
I can't put myself in somebody's shoes that doesn't have a child because I don't understand that life anymore. See, my whole thing is that my kid is my world no matter what. So if I'm with her and I'm with the family, it's not that I'm hanging out with my ex or whatever. It's that I'm hanging out with my kid who happens to be with the family. So and I can't split that time up.
But you say the family. Are you a family? That's your ex.
No, I'm talking about with her family. We're going trick-or-treating with, her and her nephews.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. So, it's just...
Oh, it's a rough one.
You get a good ditch, trust me.
Oh, see, I wouldn't say that, and it's funny because I don't like the way things were handled. I don't. I was sticking up for her, next thing you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. However, I do feel there's a happy medium, because I agree with you to a point, and George, but at the other side of it, okay, and I can't believe I'm sticking up for her again, because I kicked myself in the butt last time, but at the other side of it, if you're, and you really liked her, if you're with somebody you really like, you have to compromise.
Well, how long were you together?
2 weeks.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks.
There's no compromising. If that,
But you asked her out. It was his girlfriend.
For 2 weeks.
and see, that's what I'm saying. So,
All right.
good dump, trust
All
me.
right, so what's the time frame? on compromising.
Within 2 weeks, maybe?
Well, see, my thing is that we're past the age of going trick-or-treating as adults, so it's not like I was just hanging out with her and then I was going to go trick-or-treating with, her. It was,
Right.
I was trick-or-treating, that's my kid's holiday. Mm-hmm. So I'm hanging out with my kid no matter what.
Do you think she thinks you still care about your ex?
Yeah, I still think she does, yeah.
And do you?
Yeah. Not like
that's the problem.
But does she still care about her exes?
Well, but they
see-
don't have kids together. Like, he has a kid with his ex.
Exactly right. So that makes it a little more probable that he's going to do
Girls,
that.
help me.
Yeah.
She should be calling in right now and saying, thank you, Lauren, because I totally get it, though.
She's too busy going out and getting posters to throw darts at.
Wanted. So, all right, we have some subjects today. What are they? Daddy issues? Mike came up with this. I like it. I looked at his list, and some of them were so funny. Can I say the one thing that we can't talk about?
Yeah, go for it.
He had, we decided we were going to write a bunch of topics, and we have a ton of topics. One of them was spit or swallow. But we're not going to talk about that today. Next week.
Depends on what kind of fruit
We do spit or swallow. So daddy
Quitters
issues.
are quitters.
Have you ever said to a woman, who's your daddy?
No.
I hate that.
Never.
That turns me off so bad. Like, I've never actually had that, but I've heard of it, and it sounds like I'm full of shit, but I'm not. It just doesn't. It's like I hate that, but I haven't had it done. No. Why? Okay. Why do you think men say, who's your daddy?
For the control, but I don't think that control should be there whatsoever.
Because that's gross. It's coming from
Well, it depends if it's really their daddy or not.
Oh my God. Okay, well, I'm going to get very personal here. I had a foster father who sat me on his lap when I was 11 years old. Tried to molest me. And the reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like this is a show about honesty. I'm very honest. And I know a lot of people are probably shocked by hearing this, but I just want to put it out there to explain, like, what I've been through, things I've experienced. Rita was here a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Right.
She was a psychic, and she said, wow, you've been through hell and back. She couldn't have been more on the money. So if a guy ever calls me daddy, or tells me to call him daddy.
Daddy, yeah, they're shaving your back or something.
If he calls me daddy, he's out of there. That's so funny. I always mix that stuff up. But yeah, that would turn me off completely, especially because of that. But even still, it's kind of gross. Especially, what if you have a great relationship with your father, and the guy that's having sex with, hey, who's your daddy? It's like,
He's a great man.
Yes, he's a great guy.
You know what? I've got the perfect answer for all that.
What?
Women always carry a picture of your daddy with you. And they say, who's your daddy? Go down the middle of sex. That'll stop him dead in his tracks.
So be like, wow. Mike, no more who's your daddy, because the next girl's going to have a picture of the dad in their wallet. All right, so let's see what else. Friends with benefits. This is interesting. I've never done the friends with benefits thing. I'm the type of woman, like I've spoken about, if I sleep with a guy, I'm into that guy. I don't need sex enough to have, like, what I would feel, and I know you guys are going to disagree with this, I would feel like it's being used. I wouldn't want to have sex with a guy and then not be his girlfriend. That's just the way I value my body that much.
I feel the same way.
Here comes the joke.
There's none.
Oh, what happened?
Never done that before?
You never had just had sex?
I one time had a one-night stand, and it was because
I
there was
did
a
too.
girl I really liked. We had been, I've been trying to get her to go out with me for months. We had talked quite a bit. We finally agreed to go out. We slept together. The very next night, she's like, okay, I'm done.
And then that ruins the whole friendship and
She
everything
did?
like that.
Okay, so that's interesting, because I thought it was always the guys that do that.
No, she
No.
Women do that?
No.
Oh, see, this is good. This is great. Tell me some stories. What
I just
happened
did.
to you? That's not a good story. I mean, it's
a good story, but it's not a good story.
Yeah.
That's so sad. I almost cry right now.
Let's call her up.
Yeah.
Speaking of calling.
I'm happy she left.
Yeah.
I've seen a picture of her lately.
Oh, really?
Yes.
If you have seen a picture of her and that she's not looking too good. Speaking of calling, I forgot to mention, see, Mike, I told you to keep me in check here. You can call us. I know. It's okay. I'll forgive you. No paddle this week. I left a paddle in the car. I got something else for you next week, though.
That's scary.
You're going to love it.
You said that about the paddle, too.
He loved
It's got
it.
tubes and a lot of grease.
Oh my God. He stood there with that. You were so funny. If you watch him, he just stands there and he takes it like a man. You can call us at 702-605-0498, right? 605-0498, okay?
Or Skype us at All Talk Radio.
Yes. You can Skype us, and don't worry, you won't be seen. We just get the call. So in case they're like, Kylie one time said, I got to do my makeup and my hair. She was so cute. So yeah, Friends with Benefits. Tell us your story.
I don't really have any stories about Friends with Benefits.
Well, what fun is that?
Okay.
How do you know it's so good then? All right, now you
But
do.
it never lasts. Because you're friends first, obviously.
Right.
And then somewhere along the line, the hookup happens, and then, like George said, one of you guys is going to fumble, and then the friendship stops, and that...
Or
one falls in love.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other one doesn't.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I don't like the Friends with Benefits things. It's kind of weird talking to you guys about all this because you guys are kind of on the same page as me, a woman, which is interesting because there's a lot of players out there, and I've dated a few of them.
Well, I got that. I got that kind of attitude when I got heavier and started growing my own breasts.
It's like, fuck it, I can feel
I'm my own woman.
That's right.
Let me tell you about a friend of mine, my daughter's friend's mom. She was going to come on today, but she couldn't get out of work.
Your daughter's friend's mom.
Wait, my daughter's friend's mom.
Sounds like a bad porn.
My daughter is very young. Her friend's mom, who's young, she's very young, she was engaged. I know the guy. I always can tell when I meet a guy if they're into the woman. I remember when they were at the daughter's party, and I could tell the husband was like talking to somebody else, and it wasn't just normal talking. I felt like, oh, that's weird. Like I just sensed something. Anyway, she went away, and he told her that he was home, and she had a tracker on her phone. It's an iPhone, and she had a tracker on her phone and on his phone.
But see, that's scary.
No. They both had like the same app or something. Where's my phone?
Yeah,
that's
bullshit app.
Yeah, but when you suspect something, I know.
No, it's more like where my boyfriend is.
It might be. Yeah, it should be called stalking. Stalking.
Yeah, stalking 101.
But guess what? If she didn't do that, she wouldn't have found out. And I believe that if you have a suspicion, you got to check.
Well, yeah, but if you already have a suspicion anyways, why are you dating them?
But you got to prove it.
In 2 weeks.
You got to prove it. Yeah, exactly. Mike's a lady
Smart
killer.
guy.
Lady killer. But so what happened was she was on the phone with him, and he was telling her he's home. She was away visiting her family, and she had her girlfriend go to the airport and say, "You're screwed. Like, here you go, buddy." So, and now he's calling her, and I wanted her to come on because I wanted to talk to her and try to help her because it's always easier when you're on the outside looking in.
Right.
It's so much easier. I've been in this position where I've been cheated on and I can't let go, and you're cheated on. You know it's never going
Maybe
to
next
work.
week you can show us the other positions you've been in.
Don't make me get up. Remember the time I got up with Maria?
Right up over the table.
Yeah, right up over the table.
I'm wearing this macrame thing. You think it's like see-through, but...
At first I thought it was. I
You
thought,
did?
wow.
Yes.
Where are the nipples?
Let me show you.
Is it see-through?
Yes, it actually is. Look at
It's
that.
got a slip underneath it.
But why are you wearing the slip?
Well, because it's attached. Mike, what do you mean? You told me I have to be censored.
No, I did not say that.
There's Heine.
That's the Heidi.
No, the skin tone. The slip underneath the
Yes,
skin
skin tone,
It's
see
all
that?
one big
And look,
lie.
she sets her microphone all the way over there.
Hi. You don't need a microphone when you're showing your little booty. Aw. So,
Don't sit right. Your hair's all messed right now. Do your hair again. Girlfriend, you got to do your hair.
you guys, I wish you all could be here right now. I know a bunch of your friends watch the show. I want them to call up though. Oh, I have a present for you.
You got a present. Popcorn.
Yeah, you know why I got this for you? I found it at Whole Foods because I want it. So open it up.
There's my hand. There's the popcorn.
I would, if we didn't have a situation here, I would put those on my nippies and I would have you eat them off.
And they would stick right to him, too.
Like Luis. Remember
What kind of
Luis with the
popcorn is
chips?
Does this sound caramel?
Caramel, baby. I'm a caramel connoisseur.
Caramel?
Caramel? Is it caramel?
It's caramel or
Caramel?
caramel? Yeah, pick one.
Caramel.
sticky
Caramel. Sticky stuff. Yeah, sticky,
brown stuff.
delicious stuff. Put it all over my body.
Wait a minute, that could be a porno right there,
Yeah.
too. Sticky, delicious
I
stuff.
already did that porno, please, years ago.
My daughter's friend's sister in sticky caramel.
My daughter's friend's mother, not sister.
Mother.
Not sister. Okay, so
Getting back to child porn. How
the
about
point I'm making about this story is I hope we're in the frame here.
No.
She,
I didn't see you guys.
sometimes I can never see him. He's on the sideline. The point I'm making, Mike, this is sad, okay? She keeps answering his calls. So you know what happens after you keep answering calls.
They're going
What
to get more
happens?
persistent, and they're going to believe that you're never going to leave. They can do whatever they want at that point.
Yeah. That's what I told her. I said, listen, it's a matter of who's going to hurt who. If you change your number and you never answer his calls, see, this, I'm telling the viewers this, if you never answer his calls, he can't hurt you anymore. But he will hurt you again, because guess what? Once he's cheated on you and knows you come around, he knows he's got you.
You can keep doing it.
He's going to keep doing it.
It's just like somebody that beats a woman.
And
They still come back around. If you accept all their apologies, they'll be back to do some more damage.
You know, I told you about the domestic violence I had.
Right.
That's what happened. He had stuck a knife near my eye and held me up by my neck to a refrigerator, and I still went back with him.
You sure wasn't trying to see how much you weighed?
I was like 96 pounds at the time.
I think you gained a pound last night.
But I did. I went back, and he nearly killed me the next time the violence
it's not
happened.
worth it.
No.
And you know what?
Something like that, too. I mean, that's
Yeah.
never going to change. Because
How would he change? They were engaged, right?
Yeah.
So if you're engaged and you're doing that, that's who you are.
Yeah.
You're a cheater. So, and I liked him too, but I I sensed it. So, what would you like to talk about today, Michael?
Well,
Well, what? He said wing it. Let's wing it.
Yeah, we'll wing
Get
it.
talking. We can't have dead air time.
yeah, we're not. Oh, goodness.
I love this guy. I'm so happy you came in.
I know.
He's like, what's going on? Let's see. Does dreaming determine your future?
I don't know, does it?
Depends if it's a wet dream or not.
That's what I was about to say.
I had a couple of those. That was really weird for a woman.
You've had wet dreams?
Yeah.
Full-on wet dreams, or you just...
You
poke
guys
up
know
at it?
generally I'm pretty horny, but I'm not a slut. I don't sleep out with a lot of guys, but when I have a boyfriend, it's on. But you guys haven't had. I'm generally. Well, I haven't today. I didn't masturbate. That was yesterday. But
Walk over to the sticky caramel spot.
hey, open them up.
You're not going to eat them on the air?
Yes, of course. Listen, don't you
Okay,
remember?
watch, we're going to do this again. We're
George,
passing back over.
don't you remember Jenny Cam?
Jenny Camp. Yes, as a matter of fact, I
Remember
do.
Jenny Cam, and she did everything. I could care less if we eat on the show. Who gives a crap?
Look, my God, guys, look at her. Wow, that was a good shot.
I am really good at like basketball. When I was in that crazy ass foster home, we had a bunch of brothers and we played a lot of sports. Maybe we should give one to him.
That was
Maybe you should turn around and do advertising for him. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, there we go.
Wait.
They're salty? I think it's jalapeno or something.
Oh, shit. Spicy habanero.
That means it's hot, doesn't it?
I was like, that does
I
taste like
hate
caramel.
hot crap. I hate hot stuff. You don't even know how much I hate hot spicy
Dude,
food.
that's weird. It tastes like caramel, and then it gets spicy.
I don't like it. I just spit mine out. Oh my God, it's burning. Where's the water? I don't even have water in my Coke. So no, I can't. I'm a germophobic. You know I'm a germophobic.
I just have herpes.
No, but you... Yay, we have a caller. Welcome. Who's on the line? Welcome.
Hi, this is the East Coast Ho.
East Coast Ho. This is the West Coast Ho. Radio Ho here. What do you have to say today?
Oh, what do you have to say? What's your sexy topic tonight?
Well, we were talking about men who say, like, who's your daddy, and why do they say that? We talked about daddy issues, and I spoke about my almost molestation, so to speak, or maybe it was a molestation. I know. Kylie, I just brought in, you're going to die. I brought in... Are you okay?
It's like stuck in the back of my throat.
I brought in caramel popcorn. I did not know. It's Hammond's, like from Whole Foods. I brought it for George. It's freaking spicy. Why would they do that in little writing
You
at the
guys tried
bottom?
it first.
I know. Sorry, George. I know. I gave it to George.
Spice up the show.
What?
It's to spice up the show.
Spice up the show. Let me tell you about Kylie. She is very intelligent. She comes up with good ones. I am planning a trip out to New Jersey soon for around Christmas time, just so
Can
you
I
know.
come?
Yes. But guess what? Kylie and I are going to wear jingle bells on our boobies and do a show from New Jersey. Can we do it through you somehow?
We can try to figure something out. When's this going to be?
In December, around Christmas time.
If not, you can do a private show for me while I'm home alone.
I'm sure you'd like a private show. So Kylie, Mrs. Host,
Mine are red and half bells, and they actually do jingle.
do you shake them?
Wait a minute. You're married,
I
though,
shake
aren't you?
them with my big boobs, and they actually do ring. I will ring your bell.
See, great. Ring my bell. That's a song.
I'll make sure I get a lot of KY.
And then,
Astro Glide.
Wait, did you ask your husband if we could do this?
care.
Yeah. Well, you said on the sheet you're a married
Do you
woman.
mind if me and my friend put pasties on and jingle our fists in front of you? I don't think he'll say no.
Oh, I know, right?
He did, you got a question.
I know, exactly. And if we can't do it, we'll put like clear, like we'll put like mesh color, like bodysuit type stuff.
No, we'll put bows, because they come with stickums. We can put bows on.
Oh, she's good. Stickums. She's great. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to figure out.
He should strip, and
Right.
we can put bows on.
Maybe we could do it. We're gonna try to figure out how to do it through All Talk so that George could, put it on All Talk. But
I think George needs to come out and bring his equipment. If you know what I
bring your
mean.
equipment.
Which equipment do you want
I
to
hope
bring?
George gives good equipment.
Oh my God, he could wear a jingle bell too.
I'll hang it right off the end of mine.
We can make his penis a Christmas tree. Is that okay?
I know. I have a stocking that should fit him perfectly.
No, I got a better idea. Let's make it.
Stocking.
Let's
Is
make
it
it.
7 inches 4 wide?
Yep, I have a stocking that will fit circumference perfectly.
Can't we just make it a candy cane? It can lick it.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, she has a
Yeah, that's
husband.
a good one.
I think the husband is okay with the
Your
jingle
husband gonna
bells.
lick it too?
Ooh, yeah. Like a,
George,
Yes.
I'm just curious, does your little penis have a hook like that?
Does it have a hook? I can twist
You
it
know how
different
men
ways.
can hook?
a what? A hook?
You know how they have like they hook?
You know how some penises go. Yeah, I don't like
You can hang
those.
from the
I really
fireplace.
like
Is
that.
yours straight or does it angle?
Mine's pretty straight.
Okay, good.
Mine's got that little bit of like an angle downwards.
It's the pants you wear.
Okay, you should do a show, because some women like the hook, some people like the slant.
Well, I didn't say I was captain of it here. I just said I got a little bit of a bend.
I had a boyfriend that said
6-degree angle.
Bags, Kylie, you have to be on this show. I'm telling you, you're going to be amazing. She calls in every week. This is Kylie from New Jersey. This is one of my very good friends, best BFF, and every
Somebody
year I
else just
usually
called in,
go visit
I
her.
think she dropped.
Oh, you there?
Hello?
Oh, well, is someone here? I can't believe it's
I don't know.
popcorn. Kylie, call back if you want. Anyway, we're serious. We're going to do this. Oh, someone's calling.
No, it's actually,
Okay.
just you dropped out.
We talked about it today. I said, I want to do a show out there because I really miss my family and friends. Like, I'm freaking out right now, and I haven't seen them in a year and a half. Well, it'll be a year and a half. So I'm trying to get out there. But if anybody, viewers, know of how to get cheaper tickets than what I got, because they were like $5.80 a piece, and 3 days later they went up to $7.67.
Did you buy round trip or did you buy one way?
Round trip, baby.
You gotta do one way.
What do you want me to do? Oh,
You
really?
do one way there and one way back.
Oh.
Like Travelocity or whatever the hell.
Okay, now you're talking.
It's like half a 69.
Yeah. That's what I used to do when I went to go see my mom. You buy one ticket there, and then
Yeah?
you get to leave, you buy a ticket back, you buy it the day of, because they'll give you the seat that somebody else
Wait,
didn't
the
buy.
day of? I'm too
Well, not like
scared.
the day before or whatever.
Are you sure?
This kind of seats.
Around Christmas
I spent $50.
Christmas time?
I spent $50 on a ticket.
Yeah, but I'm talking about going across the country to New York and New Jersey.
Oh yeah, I don't know how that
I'm
works.
not talking about going to California
Huh?
or Colorado.
You could just hitch it there.
Oh, yeah, sure,
You guys
with
will be
my
flying to
daughter.
Pennsylvania. I can just grab a parachute and jump the hell out right there.
Why don't you fly with us, George?
I've been back to Pennsylvania in almost 13 years.
Well, you should be back. I mean, you got to go back and visit family.
Part of Pennsylvania.
Actually, Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
My family's all dead
where
back
that
there, I
is.
think.
Okay, so sex. What do we have to say about Yay!
There she goes.
Is that
I
Kylie?
believe so. Let's hope, right?
Talker, you're on here.
Someone else.
Hello.
Hey, Lauren, it's Brian. Hello, how are you?
Oh, Brian.
how are you?
Brian.
Good. Lauren, it's Brian. You wanted me to call. How are you?
I love how they always say you wanted me to call. You're supposed to make it like you're just calling. Right, you paid me to call. Brian, okay, can I preface this by saying, I met Brian when he was 18 and he was in karate. He was like a black belt a few years later. He's a hot piece of ass. Mike, you're a hot piece of ass.
Yeah, you can kick
But
my ass, though.
Brian could, oh yeah, he's a pretty big guy and he's blonde, he's got beautiful green eyes. Brian has a story. Would you like to tell us your story, Brian?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very short story, but, far as on the last relationship that I had, as far as taking a girl to Hawaii, and, I know relationships can be tough, and it's all about compromise, and it's a very interesting story, but...
Well, I know.
Took a girl to Hawaii.
Listen to this.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you can tell a little bit,
Well-
you can talk a little bit, Lauren, and tell them a little bit about the story, and I'll
Okay.
finish.
Brian, how old are you right now? 32?
I'll be 35 this month.
Oh, happy birthday! Can I give you a birthday kiss?
Yeah, you can give me a birthday kiss.
Oh, yeah. We've been friends a long time. We've
I thought it
actually...
was a birthday blowjob.
No, I can't do that. I'm not a slut. I told you, I'm horny, but I'm not a slut.
He goes, "Aw."
Brian and I are friends, right, Brian? Friends with benefits. No, I'm just kidding. We actually went on a date one time, but you were like, how old were you? We've been on a date one time, and I'm older than him. I'm like, I'm not going to say how old I am, but I'm older than him, and he was such a gentleman. But we're just friends. We've been friends a long time. He was telling me he was dating this girl, and what did we say, that you had sex with her too early? Was that what it was that we were saying?
No, it was the first night. Not the girl that I'm dating now, but the disaster one. The one that was like, forget Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
That one was like the first night.
Okay, well, that one. So, Brian, tell the audience, all I know is this, that you were traveling back and forth to see her, and she was still communicating with the exes, and then at one time she said that you were a little controlling, and so you both had your issues, and then you went to Hawaii. You had gotten her birthday present, so tell the rest.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, a long distance relationships can be hard, as you know.
Yeah.
So, driving back and forth every week, from Seattle to Portland, it's the same distances from if you were going to drive from where you guys are at to LA. Same distance.
Yeah.
Right.
So, doing that like once a week, it can become draining. So, anyways, long story short, we were doing a long distance relationship, and like we trusted each other, made a mistake, of course, was intimate on the first night that we saw each other. And then, doing the whole back and forth thing, and then one day we were at a party, and this girl was always going through my phone consistently, and I was like, oh, this is kind of weird. I have nothing to hide, so go ahead, go through my phone, I don't care.
When they don't trust
but
you.
that kind of tells me that you have something to hide.
Right. Remember we talked about that? I said when they don't trust you.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's like a red flag. There's insecurities or something on your part is why you're doing it. So one day I was at the joke, I was like, hey, let's go through your phone. And, we went, she's like, oh yeah, here, check this out. And I'm like, whoa. And so we were at a party with her friends, and it said, I'm thinking of you.
Who said I'm thinking of you?
She wrote a text to her ex.
She wrote a text to her ex.
Oh.
Okay, so that's why.
I've been thinking of you.
Yeah.
And I was kind of like, whoa. And that was about 3 months in a relationship. And I said, if you need time, I understand. I get that. I've been in a relationship before where I need time to just heal myself and figure things out. I said, but at least let me know so that way I can continue to date other people.
Right.
And she's like, no, it's not like that. It's just, it's not like that at all. And she got really angry and defensive.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, whatever. I told her, I wasn't even mad about it. And long story short, we started to continue to see each other for another 3 months, and it was like she was consistently going through my phone again, and I was like, okay, this is really weird.
Tell about when you took her to Hawaii.
I'm getting up to that part.
Slow down, woman, slow down.
The only reason I said that is because, Brian, people are calling in like crazy, but I want to hear your story.
Hey, did you ever see that movie Forget Sarah Marshall?
Yes, sir.
That was the story of my life. It was just like that movie almost.
Mike said he saw it.
And so, long story short, going through my phone again. I was like, what's up with this girl? So I was like, hey, listen, we want to check my phone? I'm like, sure, why not? And she wrote something that said, this song makes me think of you. And I was like, Jesus,
This song
what's wrong
makes
with
me
you,
think
girl?
of you.
Like,
What song was it?
so, yeah, and then she had all these guys hooked up with on her Facebook account. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of going a little too far.
Right.
And then we ended up going to Hawaii, and you could tell things were like really rocky before we went to Hawaii. Listen, if you don't want to go, let me know. I'd rather know up front. And she goes, no, I want to go. So we ended up going to Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the trip was horrible. The trip was horrible. He was all upset. Got her expensive birthday gift. She took the gift.
Bad. Like the night before was so uncomfortable because I had to sleep at her house. It's like seriously uncomfortable.
Wait, here's my question. Here's my question. Did you guys have sex on that trip?
We did the first night that we landed. It was hold on, wait a second. I honestly, it was only one reason. It's because I was so pissed the first night that we landed. I was like, I don't know if I can be with you. Maybe we should just be friends.
Fuck you and see if I can be with you.
And so I think it was more of insecurity part on her part is why she followed through.
Oh, yeah.
So we're in Hawaii, and this girl's like not talking to me. She's just complete silence, and I'm just like, this is ridiculous. I go, come on, if you're mad or angry, we can get past this. We're in Hawaii. Let's have a good time. Let's just have fun. Let's go do something fun. And I'm trying to get her in the mood, and then I was like, okay, well, how about let's go to Grand Wailea Resort and let's get a massage, and I'll take you out to dinner. Let's have fun. And she's like, sure. And she's quiet the whole time in the car.
You should have left her in the car.
Talk up a conversation.
Yeah, you should have.
About fashion, anything.
Fashion. Brian, just let me tell you, girls, he's a hot piece of ass. He dresses really nice. It's funny that he said fashion, right? I always used to think, Brian, I used to think you were bi, but I know you're not. But I did, because you always, I love that he's into fashion.
When you dress nice, you look gay.
See, when you dress nice.
Lauren's just being really nice.
I'm being nice by saying you're bi. I always thought you were bi. Brian, you are such a doll. Well, what's the status with her? What's the final status? Done?
Long story short, we're in Hawaii, and the girl won't talk. I take her to the massage, and then I called you, remember?
Yes.
Lauren, and I was like,
you were like, I want you.
Birthday.
You were like, I want you, Lauren. I'm coming right now to be with you. And it was amazing. It was amazing.
So remember that Wednesday night, I was like, hey, Lauren, what should I do? Should I give this girl her gift? Because we're like day 3, and this girl's not talking, and she's weird, and she's like waking up, kind of throwing stuff on the floor, kind of violently.
So you figured you'd have sex with her?
Yeah, you figured.
No, I had sex with her first night.
No, we're kidding. We're kidding, Brian.
And then this girl's like chugging out of the bottle of the wine, and I'm like, hey, we pour it in the glass? What are we, like sailors that just got dropped off an island?
He's very classy. Very classy.
I mean, this girl's like carrying around a bottle, and I'm like, Jesus, you ought to go to Somalia and hike it up.
That would have been your future, baby. That would have been your future. Her carrying a bottle up the aisle.
I was like, Jesus. So, anyways, I was just like, so I called you, and I was like, should I give this girl a gift? Because I bought her a Tiffany's necklace, and I was going to take her out to a really nice dinner. So, long story short, I called my other friend, Jamie. And Jamie, she's like the same age as me, and Jamie's like a really smart girl, lives up here in Seattle. And she's like, Brian, don't give her a gift. Be a gentleman. Take her out to dinner, but do not give her a gift. Give her the time. Don't give it to her. Take it back.
You know what I said? I said ask her if she wants it, because if she says yes and she's still mean to you, that shows she's selfish. If she's not, if she says no, that shows you what kind of girl she is, and that could have determined the future as well, that there would be, luck for the future.
Right.
That it was just that she was angry and she'd get over it, so.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I was an idiot, and I take her out to dinner, and I totally give her her gift. This girl's flat out rude. And you know what? Let me tell you, it is so hard to be a gentleman and still open up the door for a girl when she's just being flat out rude, and you're trying to hold up a conversation.
Oh, wait, did you hear that, Brian?
Nice. It is so hard.
Brian.
I still open up the door for her, still a gentleman, and she got an email from her dad that morning that said, happy 30th birthday. I remember, when John Elton or whatever, and she was angry. This girl was angry. Then come to find out, she's went to a mental institution, and she was
holy shit,
for 2 years. Talking about the skeletons falling out.
Yeah, that's why you have to date a long time before you get married.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
People show you who they are right from the beginning.
I'm in the middle of an island with this girl.
Yeah, in the middle of an island. Yeah, but there's a lot of other people on the island,
You got to meet that girl at the front desk, just like forgetting Sarah Marshall.
There you go.
It was and then on top of it, she's texting her ex-boyfriend while she's on the island, back and forth. And I was like, this is just BS. I'm just going to call my ex-wife.
You should have just got on a plane and left her there.
I should have. And here's the funny part: when we were when we went to Grand Wailea Resort for jacuzzi, and we're sitting there, and the men's section and the women's section there.
Right.
So on the men's section, you're sitting in a jacuzzi, and there's no women on that side. It's just all dudes. And I'm sitting there, and this old guy's
you got a boner?
How's your trip going? Yeah, sure.
I'm just kidding.
This old guy's like, so how's your trip going? I'm like, it's just wonderful. I feel like drowning myself right now. He goes, so what what's going on? And I told him my story, right? And he goes, you should do what I did 15 years ago. But I don't know if I'd recommend it. He goes, I just left a girl here 15 years ago.
That's what Mike was saying.
And he goes, I got to see her every day at the grocery store when I go to the grocery store. But I'm married now, so I don't care.
Gotta have one of her exes pick up the slack, that's all.
Exactly.
If fly her ass home if she wants to be like that.
Go, Mike.
He goes, just leave here right now.
Yeah.
Just leave here and just go hop on a plane. It'd be funny as hell.
Or go to a different part I would go to a different part of the island, and I would spend the extra money to get a different room.
Waikiki.
I would have done it. Yeah. So, Brian, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your story, and thank you for calling in. You're the best.
Well, no, you're the best, and you always help me, Lauren, and you're wonderful, and I love your show.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
I'll be listening to some other people, and I'm definitely interested in comments, but I can tell you a lot more. It'll probably take a couple hours. So.
Thank you so much. Call again next Thursday. We'll hear a story each Thursday.
Let's do it.
All right. Brian, I'll be your therapist.
Good.
Mike and I will be your therapist. Okay, and George. All right, Brian.
Hey, it sounds good.
Oh, we love you. Signing out. We love you.
All right.
That was Brian. Who's you're on, caller?
Nope, there's no way to call.
Who's calling in?
They kept calling in. I don't know. It's just a
Do you
bunch of
know?
people.
Oh, it doesn't say?
No, it won't tell me until.
All right.
Well, keep calling.
Yeah, if you've called, keep calling. That was great.
Yeah, it was.
Brian,
That's a fucked up story.
Yeah, he told me the story, and I said, please call my show, because not just to give us something to talk about, but to help other people. That's originally when I wanted to do this show, like 10,000 years ago. I was like, originally I wanted to do a class, a men in etiquette class in this town.
Men in etiquette?
Yeah, like Charge.
Scary.
No, it would have been great, because you know how many men would be like, I want to know what women want. Let me ask this person, what do you think a woman wants? When do I kiss her? When do I open the door? When don't I?
I know what they want. You reach in your back pocket, you pull your wallet.
No, don't be a Scott. Hi, Scott. Don't be a Scott. Because that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. It really isn't.
75% of the time.
I worked at a dating service in Los Angeles, okay, in Encino, and I got the profiles. And I tell you, all the men only wanted long legs and blonde hair and blah, blah, blah. That was the first thing. And the women... Yeah, right. We're simple.
Doesn't take much.
Excuse me.
Okay, look, if you're already a pretty girl, then if you're already a pretty girl, then all you have to do is get that out of my mouth.
Actually, it's not my boobs. If you're not listening, if you're listening but not watching, it's not my boob. It's the red clown. It's the red. Oh, that's smart. Very smart decision. You have to do everything to your co-host. I'm the host. Wait, I'm the host.
If you're already a good-looking girl, then all you gotta do is be nice. That's it. If you're just a bitch to be a bitch, then you're always gonna be a bitch.
Right.
Flat out.
Exactly.
Always stay in a relationship as long as there's something that benefits you.
Well, I hate to look at it like that, but...
I mean,
serious? Oh, you are being facetious. Okay. Because I was like, well, but you know what? It's not about the money with all women. Don't get me wrong. We like to be taken care of. There's no doubt about that. But it's not all about that. The women, let me just finish telling you the profiles that I would read. It was always women looking for someone that makes them laugh.
Good.
And I agree with that. So we're into personality and men are into
Money.
looks. It doesn't make us laugh. That makes us get serious.
You see, the thing was fucked up, though.
Yeah, but it's not gonna start laughing, but
That's why we love you, though. Oh, shit. Oh, Jesus.
Not like got the
I'm like,
extension
oh,
now.
Jesus. Yeah, now that you're the extension. Exactly. Now you're 7.4 and a half.
Balls.
Oh, my gosh. So, Mike, let's let Mike pick a topic. Do we have any tip from Nip today? What's our tip from Nip?
Hey, you got the nips. That's all you.
Tip from Nip. All right, let me give a tip. All right. Well, on the subject, tip from Nips.
If you have a girl in Hawaii and she's a cunt, leave her in Hawaii. I'm so sorry.
Oh my, is this supposed to be the family show?
Like I said, you don't have to censor your words. Just don't pull my pants down.
You know what? You're no fun. You just wait till next week, okay? Because I have another surprise. I hope you're in the mood. You have to drink a little wine.
Good ass beating.
I got a special, what is
You're
it
going
called?
to use the other end of the paddle, aren't you?
No. Oh my God. You wish.
I told you there's a lot of KY coming too, didn't I?
Lord and order. So, you're watching I Hate 'Em But I Date 'Em on alltalkradio.net. We love this internet station. There's a lot of great shows on here. We love George. If you want to host your own show, write to alltalkradio@gmail.com. And you will have too much fun with George, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Way too, right? I wouldn't go anywhere else, and I mean it. I have a blast here. We love George. He's 7.4 inches, 7 inches long, 4 inches wide. And he sits here naked as he hosts the show with us.
Yeah, he does.
And Mike likes it. See, Mike's eyebrows went up.
I don't even use my hands to touch
jerking off
something on the
right now.
boards.
Oh my God, that's terrible. So I bring a gift for George because I wanted it, caramel freaking popcorn. And
It's actually really good if you get past the fucking
Man,
No.
getting stuck in your
Really, I can't stand
It's
spicy
gross.
stuff
Me
either.
too. I'm with you. When are we going for sushi, by the way? Sorry. That's disgusting.
sushi.
Oh, screw you. Hey, listen, you'll lick pussy, but you won't eat sushi?
Yeah, because I don't have to fucking down it. Pussy stays on my
I
lips.
love sushi. Listen, you have to open up your palate and expand your horizon.
You know who created that? Somebody who was really fucking lazy.
Oh my God,
That's who created sushi.
It is so classy and sexy to me and delicious. It's such a fun thing to do.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
The first time I had
It's like
sushi.
everything now, though. Everyone's like, oh my God, let's go to a sushi bar.
Yes, because it's
No.
fun. It's very fun.
It's the hipster thing to do.
Well, I was 23 when I went to my first sushi bar with this guy and his family or brother.
You're about to say and
that,
his fiance.
did I sleep with this guy? Yes, I did. I'm not going to say his name, but I did a
So
Playboy
you ate
thing.
sushi, then you ate your sushi.
Exactly. I don't remember what
California
you wrote
roll.
down on me. This was a while ago. But yeah, I
California
was
roll.
discovered on the beach. These two can just keep talking. I'll just talk to you, audience, for Playboy. And where they did the shoot, imagine this, young kid, where they did the shoot, it was at this doctor's house. I'm not going to say the name, so don't worry if he's watching, or if he wants me to. Who knows, next time. And they had me on this, like, long pier and with a jet ski, and it was really, really cool. And this kid, he was so cute, and we ended up hooking up. So imagine his thing, like, oh my God, I just screwed a Playboy model.
Yeah, he's still running with that to this day.
Well, he's a doctor now, so I think he probably, he's fine. He's confident.
You have to
He's-
trust me. I slept with a Playboy.
Yeah, he's still using it. He's still using it.
You know what's cool is I wrote him about my show, and he said, "Cool, thank you." So
always said.
And now he's
yeah, I
promoting
found him on
there's the
Facebook.
Playboy
Let's
model
talk
I
to him.
slept with.
Right, exactly. No, that's what's so great about Facebook. I mean, I'm really not into Facebook, but I am because for the show. I do too, but here's the.
I don't.
But isn't it good for like all my friends from high school found me now? Shout out MHS every show.
You're like a
Long
guy
for
that
high
called in
school.
and had all those medical issues.
I know. Oh my God. I know. I'm sorry, George. Oh my God. I know. I have to talk to him sometime and just say, listen, I love you to call the show, but please don't be such a downer. Like, please talk to me, but don't be like negative. Positive, negative. All right. So, Mike, pick the next subject.
Still got arrow stuck in the back of
You
my
can
throat.
call us at 702. Here, you can call us at 702-605-0498.
Yeah, we got a couple more minutes yet. The show's almost over already, believe it or not.
No, wow.
Yeah, so you keep looking over that.
How
That's not
long
right.
is the show? 50 minutes?
No, we're looking.
It's only 50 minutes now. We got 10 more minutes.
No, you can't take it that far. What,
Yes.
54? We got about
Well, 54
4 more
now.
minutes. Yeah.
4 more minutes. All right, go ahead, baby cakes. What do you want to talk about? You said wing it. You said wing it. Let's hear your talent. Let's wing it, boy.
You wanna wing it?
Yeah, wing it, boy.
Has anyone ever eaten sushi off your vagina before?
No. Keep going. Keep
Have you
give
ever
us
wanted
a
somebody
question.
to do that?
Pretend you're interviewing me. Go ahead.
Interviewing?
Yeah.
Do like a double stuffed
I wanna
waffle
watch.
sandwich.
like a big, what is it, the Big Mac? Or what's the
Double stuffed
what's it
fish
called?
fillet.
What? Oh my God. Interview me. Come on, I want to see your talent. He's auditioning for the role,
I'm
okay?
interviewing? No, oh
Yes.
goodness. When did you start?
Wait, can I just say this? If Mike ever can't come, and please be here, but if he can't, you want to co-host, can they write to you at alltalkradio@gmail.com?
Oh, gosh, I got a call coming in.
Oh, we got a call. alltalkradio@gmail.com.
Hello?
Oh, Mike.
Hello?
Yes? Who's this?
Yes? Jody D?
Who's Joni D, Joni Donato. I said my name is Lauren Jennifer Gates, but just so some of the viewers that are not from the East Coast and don't know, my real name is Joni Donato. Proud of it. Okay, who is this cute voice?
So then you know it's got to be somebody from the East Coast if they called you Joni D.
I know who you are, you sexy motherfucker. This is Rodney DeQuenda. I did him too.
Good of you.
I did you in high school. Rodney, you're so... Rodney, how are you? Sorry, I hope your wife isn't watching this. Don't let her see the show, please. Get my
I
butt
really
kicked.
think I could call with her in the room?
No, I know. Rodney, talk to me about Okay, we met in high school. We dated, and I only dated like 3 guys in high school. I was pretty damn loyal. But tell me about, what do you remember about anything that went down in high school, relationship-wise?
Spit or swallow.
Spit or swallow?
Actually, I can't reveal that. I got
Damn.
information about that.
All right. But can you talk about my nipples?
Oh, they were the best. Actually,
They still are.
Show whatever number that was with the sheer shirt.
Show number 7 with the sheer shirt.
Show
Rodney
number
was
7 with the
masturbating
sheer
to
shirt.
that.
Perfect.
You hear him? He's so East Coast. I love it. What did you like about the sheer shirt, Rodney? Get descriptive.
Perfect nipples, the areola just enough.
The areola just enough?
Just enough showing. Yeah, the perfect hard little nipple, look like little erasers.
And they still do.
I was erasing my pad. I was like... So, Rodney, how are you in your relationship?
Oh, great.
I know, yeah.
Complain.
What are you going to say, huh?
I know, really.
How long have you been married for?
How long have you been married?
Again.
20 years.
Oh,
Get
wow.
the heck out of here.
Oh, my God.
Are you serious?
Years, ever since you left, I had no choice.
Oh, that's cute. I just saw him when I went out there. We didn't do anything, though. I don't like to have sex with married men.
I know you
My
shut
own
me
man.
down on that.
It's funny because neither did my wife.
Oh, that was good. Oh, shit. Do you hear that one, Rodney? Rodney, how's your sex life with your wife?
It's good.
All right, well.
Wow, that's another shocker.
Well, no, the way he said it, though, I don't know. It's good. Like that. Is it still hot and
Yeah,
spicy?
I mean, it's not like when you're single and you're banging everything out all over the place.
I know. Well, you know about
when you
that.
can.
Do you think about me when you're having sex with your wife?
You're fucking this guy.
Yeah, all the time. I look at the picture above my bed of you as I'm doing that.
The one is right through the smiley face with the mustache on it.
Right. No, his wife put warning, wanted. Right, Rodney? We had good times.
Yeah, really.
Montclair High School, Rodney DePrenda here. I won't say what class it was. Oh, we're signing out already? No, not yet. Let's
We
talk
had-
to Rodney. Rodney, you have a big penis too, I remember. I think he's 7 inches 4 wide. Your penis was very big, I remember. Yours and someone else's, I won't say.
That would be me.
Besides George.
Besides George.
George said he's bragging that he's 7 inches long, 4 inches wide.
Mm-hmm. I'm soft.
Rodney, how often do you masturbate, Rodney?
Every day.
All right.
There you go. That's not damn it. See, he's a...
I'm the only one clapping. Oh, Mike's clapping
That's
now.
my coffee in the morning.
Oh, Mike, that's Mike's coffee in the morning. Have you seen Mike, the Carlos?
Just on the show.
Yeah. No, well, yeah, I don't mean his penis.
We met one time way back in the day.
Hey, I might be coming out to Jersey, just letting you know, around Christmas time, okay?
I heard that. I heard a few people are looking forward to you coming out there, too.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, listen, can you call me aside from this? Because George is turning the show off now. That's my song, by the way. Listen to the song. I wrote this song and I sang it.
You can't hear.
Awesome.
Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, he goes,
I
awesome.
can hear it now, because
We love you. Watch the show, Rodney.
a little delayed, too.
All right, show number 11. You're on. Okay, Rod? Rod.
Got it.
All right, Rod. It's another name for penis. Rod. We were talking about names for penis. We love you, honey. Mwah.
All right, baby.
Bye-bye. Aw. So listen, are we still on?
For the last couple
Okay,
seconds.
we just want to say thank you so much for watching our show today. We hope you enjoyed it. If you like it, please go to usiawards.com. Vote for our show. I hate him, but I date him. With Mikey Williams, Lauren Jennifer Gates. We love you. Call us next week, 605-0498-702 area code, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.
I'm not that easily convinced. You gotta kiss a lot of frogs before you find the one who has your